10th class student, now we will discuss about long answers type of questions of economics lesson 1, that is development. 5-mark questions. Question number 1, explain the importance of sustainable development by giving the examples of groundwater, or what is sustainable development, explain it with an example of water. Answer. First, sustainable development is all about judicious use of resources at present, keeping in mind the future requirements of the coming generations. Second, groundwater is overused for agriculture. Third, water is drawn from well and this leaves the underground water table depleted. Fourth, since water is renewable resource, we must help in replacing water. Fifth, we should be overusing the resources if use more than what is being replenished. Question number 2, what is sustainable development? Explain any 4 measures to promote sustainable development. Answer. Sustainable development without environmental degradation and with conservation of resources for the future generation. Measures to promote sustainable development. First, increased use of renewable resources. Second, less use of fossil fuels. Third, introduction of organic farming. Fourth, adopting measures to reduce global warming. Now, question number 3, define sustainable development. Write any 4 measures of sustainable development. Sustainable development may be defined as development that meets the needs of the present generation without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. Features. It is linked to sustainability since it has to be maintained for future generations. Second, resources are to be used wisely so that they can be replenished. For example, if trees are cut, they should also be replanted and allowed to grow. Third, overuse of resources which exhaust them. For example, petroleum, if it is used indiscriminately, it will soon get finished and future generation will have nothing left in their hands. Fourth, if development is not sustainable, it will give rise to environmental degradation and become a global problem. Fifth, people must be protected against pollution, thereby ensuring their quality of life and health. Now, question number 4, why is sustainable development essential? How does it help to prevent environmental degradation? Or why is sustainable development essential for economic growth? Give 3 reasons. Suggest any 2 measures to ensure sustainable development. Answer. Sustainable development is important for economic growth because first, environmental must be conserved while development is taking place. Second, resources must be used in such a way that something is conserved for the future generation. Third, the standard of living of all people must be raised. Measure to ensure sustainable development. We should focus on using renewable resources and keep investing new techniques to decrease the use of conservational resources. Second, the present resources must be used judiciously with planning and over exploitation should be avoided. Fifth question, consequences of environmental degradation do not respect nation or state boundaries. Support the statement with examples. Answer. Consequences of environmental degradation do not respect national or state boundaries. This issue is no longer a regional or national issue. Our future is linked together. Sustainability of development is essential for all the mankind, and it is our common responsibility to save the environment. These days, it is matter of discussion among different countries of the world. Global warming, acid rain, etc. are not to be controlled by one nation. It is a global matter of thinking and finding the solution. Now, sixth question. The earth has enough resources to meet the needs of all, but not enough to satisfy the greed of even one person. How is this statement relevant to the discussion of development? Explain. Answer. The statement is given by Mahatma Gandhi. First, it means that the earth has abundant resources to satisfy everyone's need, but in our greed and hurry to develop, we have been recklessly exploiting these resources. Second, in the name of development, we have indulged in activities such as deforestation, overgrazing, encroachment into forest lands, overuse of groundwater, use of plastic, etc. Now, third question. The exploitation of natural resources are not only harms the environment but may cripple the future generations of the development process itself. Fourth, if fossil fuels are exhausted, the development of all countries would be at risk. Fifth, thus there is a need for conservation and judicious use of resources for development. Now we can discuss high order thinking skills. Question 1. Study the table and answer the questions below. State and per capita income for 2002-2003. Punjab is 26,000 rupees, Kerala 22,800 rupees, Bihar 5,700 rupees per capita income. Now, question 1. Which state has the highest per capita income in a year? Answer is Punjab has the highest per capita income in a year, that is rupees 26,000. Second question. Which state has the lowest per capita income in the year? Answer. Bihar has the lowest per capita income in 1 year, that is 5,700 per capita income. Now, third question. Which state is better? 1 and why? Answer. Punjab is better. 1 because its per capita income is more than Bihar. The purchasing power of Punjab is more than Bihar. Now, question number 2. Study the table given below and answer the following questions. State Punjab, Kerala, Bihar. First one is infant mortality rate. Punjab 49, literacy rate 70. Kerala infant rate that is 11, literacy rate 91. Bihar infant mortality rate that is 60 and literacy rate 47. Now, question number 1. Calculate the difference in the infant mortality rate of Punjab and Kerala. Answer. Difference in the infant mortality rate of Punjab and Kerala. Mortality rate in Punjab is 49, mortality rate in Kerala is 11. Difference, mortality rate in Punjab minus mortality rate in Kerala, that is 49 minus 11, that is 38. Difference is 38. Now, question number 2. Calculate the difference in literacy rate of Kerala and Bihar. Difference in literacy rate of Kerala and Bihar. Literacy rate of Kerala 91, literacy rate of Bihar 47. Difference, literacy rate of Kerala minus literacy rate of Bihar, that is 91 minus 47, that is 44. Difference is 44. Now third question, which state has the lowest HDI and why? Answer, Bihar has the lowest HDI because infant mortality rate of Bihar is highest, that is 60, and B, literacy rate is low in Bihar, that is 47. Now question 3, give a few examples where the collective provisions of goods and services is cheaper than individual provisions. Answer, collective security for the whole locality is cheaper than individual security to each house. For example, a pond or playground for all people will be cheaper than individual ones. Now, fourth question, does availability of good health and educational facilities depend only on amount of money spent by the government on these facilities? What other factors could be relevant? Answer, no, just framing policies and spending money in the health and education facilities do not guarantee the success of the programs. These are other factors that impacts its success. First, effective implementation and monitoring of the policy mechanism by the government officials. Second, remove corruption from the society. Third, curbing socio-economic inequalities. Fourth, creating a level of awareness about government policies and programs through local bodies and village communities. Now question number 5th, in Tamil Nadu 75% of people living in rural areas use a ration shop, whereas the Jharkhand only 8% of rural people do so. Where would people be better off and why? Answer, health and nutritional status of people depends on availability of cheap and reasonable quality food grains, sugar and other items from the PDS system. So in Kerala, the people, in Tamil Nadu, the people will be better off since more people, their UTs, the facilities provided by the PDS system.